Oh, hey guys. Sorry we're a few minutes late. We were having sound issues, but we got it sorted out. It was a me problem, not a software problem. But anyways, we got it sorted out, so we're good. So we're going to bring Christina on in just a minute, and we are going to be doing some fun things with some new products from LDRS. So this has been on our want to do list for a while. So we're going to be working with the Aquaink transfer sheets. So these are kind of like rub-ons, but not really. You use water to transfer them. So I kind of refer to them as like the temporary tattoos that you put on your skin. Well, we're going to put a tattoo onto paper, and it's going to stay there. It's going to be permanent, not temporary. So it's really fun. Christina's been playing with them. I have not personally done this myself yet, but I'm going to do it today. She's also going to be working with the Eclipse dies, so we'll talk about those as well. And I have some really cool rub-on transfers that are done in foil. And so we've got lots of great things to share today. So I'm going to bring Christina on. So let's just get her up on the stage here. There she is.
Hello, all.
So I just kind of gave them a brief explanation as to what we were working with.
Perfect.
And I will be able to, while Christina is demonstrating how to use the Eclipse dies and transfer and so on, I'll be able to make her the full screen. And I'm going to be working on stuff in the background, and then you might see me pop up from time to time. But she's going to do a lot of the work right now because I don't know what I'm doing.
I will teach you along with everyone else. It's all good.
Yes. Well, and I mean, the transfers are beautiful, and I've seen lots of things done with them. I've watched videos. I mean, I get the concept, but I haven't physically done it myself. Yep. And because you're kind of the expert right now, we're going to let you take the stage, and then
sounds like a plan.
Yes, and then I'll kind of follow along. I'm not going to do the Eclipse dies myself today. I figure Christina's going to show you that part. I'm going to just do, we'll call it a plain transfer. Yep. And then I'll create a card based on that, and we'll go from there.
But it's good to show that you don't have to use the transfers. Like, they don't have to be used with these dies. They can be used completely separate, right? So it's not like you have to have them. This is just super cool.
Yep. You can do anything you want with them. And same thing with those Eclipse dies that you're going to show. Those Eclipse dies can be used with things other than these transfers. So any image, any patterned paper, anything that you want to use, you can.
Absolutely. I saw the coolest thing was just, they basically had like a farm just on a piece of paper, and then they made it in with these things. Oh my goodness, it was fabulous.
Yes, the effect is really cool. So, when you are watching this, just think you can use any image at all. Like you could probably even use a photograph if you wanted to.
Oh, you could use absolutely anything. I'm just sticking with this, but yes, absolutely anything you can use. Pattern paper, whatever you want to do.
Yep. So it's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna put you up here.
Okay.
Like that. Yep. And then I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna be hanging out in the background for now, and take it away.
Okay. I made notes.
Oh, good. Notes are good.
Just because if somebody's, wanting to work with this and they don't want to go through the whole thing, here's your step-by-step. It's pretty easy. Your main thing, so let's just kind of pull out these. I am going to use the inverted corner rectangle Eclipse, but not quite now. First things first is you have to use watercolor paper. So when you're using watercolor paper, there is like a more textured side and a more plain side. It really doesn't matter. If you want it more textured looking, then use this side. If you want the plain looking, then use that. It really doesn't matter. So long as you absolutely have to use watercolor paper. Otherwise, this isn't going to work.
So the watercolor paper is if you're using the transfers.
Yes, if you're using the transfers. I'm not even, we're not talking about this yet. We're just going to pretend we haven't even talked about this.
Okay, good.
But yes, very true. Doesn't matter for this. So I'm going to pull out a couple things here. Now, Carolyn, you have the other sheets. So can you show one of them? I just want to show them that you get two of the same.
Yes. So here's the package that's open.
Yes, correct.
So, so inside you get, you get 2 designs on each sheet, and they're the same.
Yes. So that is important because I want to show you that you can use 1 or you can use 2. You can do it either way. So I'm going to show them both.
Yes. And they're in the package, there's 5 designs and you get 2 of each.
Correct.
Yes. So that gives you 10 images in total.
Exactly. So I just wanted them to see that you get 2 of the same because there's 2 different ways to do this system. One's easier, but you have to use 2. One's a little more time consuming, but you really only need to use 1 and you're going to have the exact same look. So I'm going to explain that, but I just wanted to kind of show that you get 2 of the same because I don't have all those sheets here. I just have certain pieces and I've already used some of them. So, okay, again, must use watercolor paper. So when you're doing, here's just one of them that I had cut out. Now I'm going to see, I don't know if you can see. Around it basically has like an edge around this whole thing. Now you can just take this out, flop it down, and it'll be done in like seconds. But you are gonna see. I don't know if this.
You can see it. Yep.
Can you see it? Okay.
Yep. Just every once in a while.
Yes. So if you're going to do that, you're always going to see a little bit of that shiny piece that's like all around the edges there. You will see that. So what I'm going to do.
I'm just going to pull up my screen for a second because I have samples here and I think I can get it to show up.
Okay.
Hold on.
Because I did not cut this part yet. So yeah, show that first.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just see here. Okay. So you can see it on the bottom of this card. If I just get the light to hit it right. Yeah. Do you see that line like right there? That's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's part of the transfer. Yes. But there is a way to work around it. Now, my understanding is with their newer designs, which we're going to talk about later, they are they're going to be improving on that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you're chatting, I'm just going to start here. So what I think is probably the best thing to do, and I did it for this time round, and it's perfect, is it's probably, again, it's going to look fine both ways, but it is nicer if you can do a little bit of fussy cutting right around the edges. I mean, you don't have to go right.
This is like loose fussy cutting.
Yes, it's not right around.
No. You just want to get as close to the design as you can.
Yes.
Without cutting into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're not going to notice that little
otherwise
line.
This will all show, but if I cut that off, it's not going to show. No, you don't want to go right up to the edge. That would take so long.
That's really fussy cutting.
Yeah. I don't do fussy cutting.
No, I know you don't. You don't do stitching. You don't do fussy cut. What do you do?
I make my life as easy as possible. Is what I do.
See, I like all those things. I like the fussy cut. I like the stitch.
Fussy cutting is the worst thing ever created.
Oh, I don't know. I can think of worse things.
Oh, I don't know. It's a pretty terrible thing to do.
You know what's worse for me? Worse for me is being in the middle of making a card and having to stop and stamp out a sentiment. That is worse for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do get that.
Make a card base or
I can't still prefer fussy cutting still worse than that. I think.
Yeah. Well, and so that's the fun thing about crafting is that everybody's experience with it is totally different.
Oh, absolutely. Some people like fussy cutting. You're crazy, but that's okay. Okay, so that's basically as close as you really need to get. It's good enough. Now, you could just grab, if you know exactly where you want it, you can just grab your standard A2 size, like your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and put it on. But what I like to do is I take a full sheet, because if I put it on, because you can't see very well when it's upside down, if I put it on crooked, I want to have a little play so that I can cut it out exactly where I want later. So I think it's better to do this, but that's totally up to you. Now, so I have cut around your close to your edges so you don't see the film. Take the plastic cover off. Ask me how I know. It does not work if you take the plastic cover off.
Okay, wait. Should I be doing this right now?
Do you want to?
I guess I'm supposed to be doing what you're doing. Okay, well, I want to actually point something out. So you're telling me that you're starting with this nice big piece of paper. Yes. Well, let me show you what I'm starting with.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all like organized over here because I get all stressed out. So I actually cut my piece to the size I want it and in the shape I wanted. So I've already failed.
No, you're fine. Because
Okay,
that's how I did all the other cards. But I'm just saying, if you're not sure of yourself,
yes. Well, I
don't. Yeah. Maybe you should have done it my way.
Oh God.
Oh,
okay, I'm gonna work on cutting out my stuff while you're talking.
Okay, just make sure. So if you already have it cut, like realistically, I would probably just put it down like this. So just kind of get an idea of when you're looking at it so that you flip it and it's exactly right. Because, you know, if it's going to go this way, it's going to be all wonky. But anyways, I haven't done it like this except for this live. Every other time I've done it on this. So again, take the plastic cover off. If you don't, okay, so you know what happens if you don't? I should have kept it. But when I put it down here and I put all the water on it, I pulled it off. I'm like, what the heck? It actually transferred on to this piece.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I know. I'm like, you idiot.
Okay, but you know what? So that's a good thing to point out, though, because I was talking to a customer the other day and she said we really should show our bloopers because in their eyes, you know, we always do everything so great, perfect, and it's always working out. No, that is not the case.
That I might have done it twice. Yeah.
Oh,
it's so ridiculous. Once or twice, I can't remember. I just remember going, "Wow, you're an idiot."
Yeah.
Okay, so take the plastic cover off, but don't touch the other stuff too much because you don't want it to come off on your fingers or anything because this is now very kind of sticky. It's not super sticky, but it is sticky enough. So what you're going to do, again, if you want to make sure, if you have your card base already done, just kind of figure out exactly where it is. And then once you take the plastic cover off, you're literally just going to stick it down on your watercolor paper. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
So once that is done, you're going to take a sprayer. You have the nice sprayer. For some reason, I have not bought that one yet. I just forgot about it. And I'm like, I just have this cheapy thing.
Well, I'll show you going.
Yeah. You want to show them?
Well, I will in a minute. I'm still cutting.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So you're going to spray it with water, like generously. If you think there's not enough water, put more on it because it's not going to do any harm. So you're just going to spray this.
That's a lot of water.
I know. You don't probably have to, but what if you didn't spray enough in one spot? I mean, you can lift it up and realize, oh my goodness, this isn't good, and then put it down. So when I watched their how they did it, they sprayed some water, they put it away for 3 to 4 minutes. If you put more water on it like this, it's literally done in like 20 seconds.
So this is why we need watercolor paper.
Yes, exactly. Because if you put this on regular paper, it's not going to work at all. Mm-hmm. It's just going to make a mess. So you're just going to take your fingers and just lightly make sure that you feel that everything is watered. Everything's watered. It's like it's like the transfer tattoos. So they say let it sit for 3 to 4 minutes. You don't need to.
What do they know?
Exactly. They're the only ones, you know, that made it. But so what you can do now is if you're a little concerned, just flip it up like this. And if you see that there's still something on there, put it back down. But you do want to take a lot of this water off. So either grab, you know, wow, that's a really bright one. Either grab, you know, a nice clean cloth. If there's ink on here, chances are it's going to put ink on there. So
good point.
Right? Do not put ink on there. This just came out of the laundry, so I know it's fine. But just in case, just grab a paper towel. And you're just going to lay it over and put your hands over it just to get the excess water out. So then at least it'll dry a little faster.
Okay. Well, I'm over here and I'm really zoomed out. Okay. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a bit more.
Go for it. I'm going to peel this. So now that I did that, I'm going to peel it off. Done.
That's better. Okay. So you're done. Okay. Well, I've got my design cut out. And
Nice.
so I'm flipping it over and I'm going to try to get it to fit on this piece right here. Now I have the little butterfly that I did not include as part of my design.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if or where I'm going to put it. So I kept it off for now, but I'm going to put it there. So I'm going to remove this piece.
You're going to remove the plastic cover.
Remove the plastic. Okay.
Yes. Remove the plastic.
Okay.
I should have just let you go with it and then they would have laughed at you and you would have seen what it did. I thought about it after going, it's almost like a piece of acetate, but not as, I bet you it would look really cool if somehow we could glue that on because it's almost see-through. So I don't know.
Okay.
But it's probably better just to do it right the first time. Pamela, yeah, you can use mixed media paper too, because that is also porous enough, like watercolor. I'm sure that probably works as well too, because I know you can watercolor on mixed media paper.
Yeah, as long as it can handle the
water.
The water. Okay, so I've got this on here. Go push it down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, oh, here's the fancy sprayer we were talking about.
Yeah,
it's the one from Spellbinders. It's called the Mighty Mister. So when this comes out, you pull this, and it kind of like is like a steady stream of mist for like not a few minutes, like for 10 seconds, and then you can do it again, and it just kind of comes out real slow. So it is quite nice to use. Okay, I got my desk cleared off. So here comes the water.
I feel like I need that just for menopause moments.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to take it to the track with me when it's really hot.
That's brilliant.
And I also use it on my hair.
When you're having a hot flash, how awesome would that be?
And I also use it on my hair, like, in the morning, if you want to like add some moisture. Okay, so I'm just going to push this on here like this.
Yep, so use your fingers and just make sure you can feel that there's water on all the edges. And if you think it's too dry, then add a little bit more water.
Oh no, I think I got a lot of water going on here. I think it's shifted.
It does. That's why I said it doesn't take 3 to 4 minutes because the whole thing can literally just be shifted off. It just comes right off.
Okay.
But, so now that you've done that, and it's shifted, so it's done. Grab your either your paper towel.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna get Carolyn's favorite cloth.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I got a clean one.
Yeah, because that'll soak it up beautifully.
Okay.
You just need to just so that it dries a little better.
It moved.
Yep. I knew you can feel it. It's not wrecking anything.
Okay.
Nope.
Wow. And I don't have a lot of experience with watercolor paper at all. Like that's not really something I do very often. And like, this is pretty cool. It's not,
it's neat, eh?
It's not like getting all warped or wrinkly.
No, it doesn't get warped. Like that's why you need the right paper. Otherwise it's just going to warp it like crazy.
Okay. And then I'm going to take it off.
Yep. Now peel it off.
Okay.
And of course you use tweezers. You're such a nerd.
Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. Okay. So now question.
Yep.
My butterfly actually do have room for it up here.
Yep.
So I can go ahead and like cut around that and then still put that on and mist it again.
Yep.
And add that. Okay. I'm going to do that while you guys are busy chatting.
Perfect. Okay, because now that this is done, you have to let it sit and let it dry. If you're going to use like the Eclipse dyes like I am, because if you try to put this through, it's just going to rip your paper. So you're best to, you can see it's a little, I got water underneath it as well too. So that does not help the situation. It won't take terribly long, a couple minutes, or you can probably put the heat gun or something on it as well too. But you got to make sure that you let this dry before you try putting your Eclipse dyes or whatever through them. If you're not using Eclipse dyes, you're fine. But but even if your paper's really soggy and you try to run it through your die cut machine, it probably isn't going to go well. It's not going to go well. So set it aside, let it dry. You're better off to do that. But I don't know if you can see that you can only see a little bit of shiny right now.
Yes,
right
I'm noticing that too.
Yeah, it's so nice because now I don't have all that extra on there. So I would highly recommend fussy cutting around it or cutting around it. I guess we're not really fussy-ish cutting around it.
That's right. Fussy-ish.
So, yes. So by the magic of the internet, I have this done and it's dry. So I'm going to let the other one dry, but we have to pretend that this is the same one and I already did it. And then so what I would do, Like if this for some reason was not the right way, or if you want to cut it a little bit differently as well too, right? Like you just grab, it's so easy. So if it was, I should have done it wonky, but if it was wrong, now if I chose to and I want to go this way, I can put this on any way that I want and cut it out, and then I know it's exactly where I want. That's why sometimes it is nicer to do a bigger piece. But you're a rebel.
Oh my God. Yes. Look at me over here.
I know. Crazy. Okay. So this is right now, you can leave it like this. You can add a sentiment. You're done. Like that's all you need to do.
So this is the cool thing. We just did that rub-on promotion, and you know, we showed your cards, and then I made a card. This type of design is so good if you want quick and easy cards. And you feel like, you feel like you're doing, you know, like you're creating, you're doing the techniques, you're having fun with it, but you don't have to color it. You don't have to stencil any ink or anything like that on there. It's just done, and you can still make a really beautiful card. So
absolutely,
this type of thing is really awesome for that style. So like, again, let's say you want a bunch of thank you cards or a bunch of birthday cards in your stash or whatever. This is a fun way to create those quickly, but you still get that wow impact.
Yeah, and then it's done. Yes. So as I said, you can just leave it like this, put a sentiment on it. Like I cut mine a little bit smaller. I use my lawn font so that I can put like a black background on there, right? You put that on there, you put a sentiment, you're done. Easiest thing, super, super, super quick. But I am going to start showing you guys how the rectangle Eclipse die works. So there's a bunch of different ones. I just have the rectangle one here. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. This one is a little more time consuming, but this way you only need one. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Oh, did you see? You're on a delay. Yes. I just was sort of showing. Sorry. Mine is all transferred over now, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is so pretty. Okay, so what you're going to do with this is you're going to place this and you're going to center this. Doesn't matter, stuff is above, below, whatever. Because it comes with two pieces. It comes with this. It also comes with basically the frame. And I'll show you how I use this because I actually kind of step this up a notch a little bit.
Ooh,
after.
I like it when you step it up a notch.
I know. Well, my thought was I have to somehow be able to make this into a shaker card. And I did. Okay, so now we just want to, I can see that when I put them together, I need to move it over a little bit here. I need 3 or 4 hands would be way easier.
Well, I'm reaching through my screen right now.
Thanks, I feel it. It really helped. Okay, so now I have this here, and I just want the exact same kind of the frame on the outside. It's not the end of the world if it's not perfect, but it just looks nicer.
It's the end of my world if it's
I know it is. I know. Your birthday's coming up, and I think I'm going to send you the wonkiest card I can possibly make. So now that you have this, you're going to send this through your die cut machine. And where the heck did I? Oh, well, you know what? I still have old things from my Gemini, so I'm just going to throw it through there.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, because I know I have my platinum out somewhere, but this is right beside me, so just bear with me while I cut this out. And then I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, so this is what, don't lose that piece. Get in there. There you go. So as I said, this one's going to be a little more time consuming, but as I said, I'm going to show you how to use, I always like to very carefully so this doesn't rip my paper. I'm going to show you how to use just one so you can actually get more out of your transfer sheets. Okay, so now here's our piece. And what you're going to do, take this off. The other way I show you to do it, so much easier, but you do have to use 2 of them. So it depends how much patience you have. Okay. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take all these pieces out and line, keep them in order as best you can, because otherwise it's just going to be a little.
You need an X-Acto knife.
I know.
You didn't cut through.
Part of it didn't. I should have put my shim in there. It's okay. It will. Most of it is. I'm going to show you the gist of this. I'm not going to show you. You're not going to want to sit around and watch me put every piece in, but I just kind of want to show you how that works. I'll finish it
so
after.
The watercolor paper is heavier, so when it goes through the die machine, maybe go back and forth a couple of times, or if you have a shim.
I should have used the shim. Yes, correct.
Just gives it a little extra pressure when it goes through.
Should have used the shim. Okay. So pretend that came out perfect.
It did come out perfect.
It did, actually. It is really cool. So I'm not going to pull all these pieces out because I'm just going to show you. You'll get the idea of what to do. So now we are going to take this piece, and I'm actually going to put it right on this backing piece because I do want the black. This is just the coolest thing ever. So glue. Ooh, that's a big snotty piece on the end. Okay.
It's a glue booger.
It's a glue booger, exactly. Nobody likes a booger. Oh, we are so mature.
Yeah, we really are.
Okay, so make sure you
put
it the right way up. I
so
just have to check that I have this.
This is the piece that you cut it out of.
Yes, so this is the piece that I cut it out of. So I first put it on the, this is so much harder when you can't put your head above it. So we're pretending I did it with this. So I cut out my background. I cut it out the shape that I wanted. Then I laid this on top. You cut out your piece, which is this. And now you're taking the piece that you cut it out of. You're going to put this on as your background piece. So it is now flat. Do not put any dimension on it. You just want to literally glue it to the back of either your card base, or if you're going to do like I did it smaller so that I could have black around it. So but it needs to be flat, because then what you're going to do, you can put this on right now and put it back in. Sure. Neat. There was no reason for doing that. What you're going to do is you're going to take this piece now with this. I've already cut them out, but I'm going to show you what I mean. And you're going to cut, say, 2 of them, just to give it some dimension. I use the 110. You can use an 80 if you want to use 80, and just maybe cut out 3. You just want a little bit of dimension. So you're going to cut it out of white, okay? Or whatever color. But so it's going to look like this.
Oh, I see what you're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I said, this is a little more time consuming, but you can use your pieces a little bit more. So when you have this, you're going to take, and I'm going to put this one away because I already did it, because I need this to show you guys something else. So I've cut 2 of them and I've already glued them together. Okay. So what you're going to do now, you're going to glue them together, and then you're going to glue this whole piece. And just do a little strip so it doesn't all come up.
So this would be like stacking die cuts.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right. You're just stacking them on top of each other. And if you want it to be higher, then go for it. But I find for the dimension for something like this to show, 2 cut out at the Nina. Oh, I thought there was something there. I'm trying to take it off. Is pretty, 2 is kind of nice because you still have this as your 3rd that goes on top. Okay.
Right.
So because you are using the exact same piece, this will fit exactly in. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and you're going to glue it on top of that. So now this part is actually going to be sticking out, but you do need to cut it in white and not just put foam behind it. Otherwise these pieces are not going to be very stable. So you need to cut them all out properly.
And then you want to make sure you put that on the right direction. Otherwise you're going to have a whole new pattern.
If you're putting it right on a card base, yes. Right now it doesn't really matter because I'm putting it on here. I can flip it.
Oh, right.
But this,
I wouldn't think of that.
Yes, because if I put it on there, that does not line up, right? Yeah. So you want to make sure this is going to line up. So I'm going to just put this on top. And this on top, and I'm trying to do this without putting my head in and getting it all lined.
Well, even that looks really cool.
I know. Doesn't it look cool? Like you really don't even have to put the pieces back in. But do you see now that you're going to have...
Yep. Oops. Are you there? Hello? We can't hear you. Uh-oh, Christina, can you guys hear her? We can't hear you. It was like there was a little glitch. No. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Well, you couldn't hear me because you're answering my question. Okay. So, that is, yes, you. Well, we can talk. Now we can talk about her. Well, she could talk about us and we can't. Okay. It doesn't matter. We got to get her back again. Okay. So let's see. Christina, can you hear me? Maybe you can. So I'm going to remove you and then we're going to add you back in. Okay. So that's so weird. Did you get a call or something? I wonder if she's messaging me. Nope, she's not messaging me. Okay. So I am going to, I'm just messaging her because she's asking. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can send her a different link. Okay. So let's try this. Invite the guest. Copy this. I'm going to send this to her. I just don't know if she'll be able to see it because that's the tricky part. Okay, so yeah, she's got to take her camera out, her phone out, so she can get the link. So we'll see if this will work. Okay, so she's left. Okay, so here's my design. So it's looking really good. And I did add the butterfly up at the top. And it is just spectacular. And this watercolor paper. So the watercolor paper I'm using is the little packs from LDRS, which is really cool. They come like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 already. And like, I mean, look at, I sprayed all that water on there and it's like perfectly flat. Okay, I see she's back in there, but let me add her to the stage. Okay. Christina?
Yes, can you hear me now?
There you are, yes.
My stupid sister.
That's okay.
I texted her and said, do not call me till after 5:30 because I'm doing a live and it screws it up. And what is she? Obviously didn't look at her text message.
That's okay. Okay, I'm glad you're back.
Yay, this worked. Okay, so.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And here we go.
And we are back off and running. So again, you can leave it there if you want, but now what you're going to do is you're actually going to put all these pieces back in, but they're going to be flat, right? So I find it easier just to put it back on here.
Yes, way easier.
You see what I mean?
Glue, yeah, that glue will be contained inside there. And then if you use your tweezers, you can push it in.
Or fingernails.
Or a fingernail. Okay, so Angela's asking me which pan. I'm using the same panel as she is. So the one we're using is the watercolor floral. Oh, you can't see because I'm not on the screen. Okay, so I'll pull me up and put me on the screen.
Go for it.
Okay, so we are using the watercolor florals, and I'll just flip this over because it's got pictures on the back. So that's what that one looks like. And then the other two we have, oh, we have a couple more. Nope, two more. So the other one is Serafina, and that's what that one looks like. So kind of similar colors. And then this one's really cool. This one is the Brilliant Blooms. And this one is, it does have some bigger images like we're using, but it also has like these single ones, which I've seen so many really cool things done with these. And they just came out with new ones, which I am going to show you. So at the end, we'll talk about those. But those are the 3 that we have in stock right now. But we've got some more coming. There's 2 new ones coming. So I'm going to put Christina back up here.
Yep.
So that, there we go. We can
Perfect.
see what she's doing.
Yeah.
So she's piecing those little pieces, the little slits that popped out.
Yep. I'm now sticking those
putting them back in.
I just got to remember all the pieces are.
Well, it's kind of like a puzzle, right? You can just lay it in there and you'll know right away if it's
Oh, for sure you will. Absolutely. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's going to take way too long, but I don't even need to pull those pieces out. But you see it, right? Like trying to do it from the side. So it has now your whole photo. And again, you're going to show all the cards after. And
so I'm actually, I'm going to pull up the one that you did.
Sure.
I'll pull it up right now.
And they can see.
So here is her finished card. And you can see, I'm going to tilt it on the side so you can see how that is sort of nested in there. But isn't that really cool?
It just,
and then there,
so nice.
Yep. Just a sentiment on there. Yeah. And I mean, the impact that it gives is really, really amazing. And that's the same transfer as I'm using right here.
Correct.
Yeah. So that is exactly the same thing.
Your butterfly is different because I left mine on.
Right. And I ended up taking, I wasn't sure if it was going to fit on my piece. So that's why I sort of cut it off. But then I was able to add it back in. But it does give you that dimension where it kind of goes up and down like a ripple. But it's really, really cool. So that's that one. Now let me see. What other samples do I have here? Oh, here's another one. So here's one going the other direction with that Eclipse die, which is really neat. And then what else do we have here? That's it for the Eclipse ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll put you back on.
Perfect. Because I'm going to show them how to do this a lot easier than having to piece all those pieces. So you're going to do exactly what we did at the very beginning. And you're just going to do like the wetting, everything we did right at the beginning, peel off, let it dry. Okay. You're going to do that twice.
Oh.
So you're going to do it on 2 different pieces of paper.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm leaving this one, but this one did look exactly like that. And all I did is I put the pieces together again, right? And I centered it on there. I cut it out and it looks like this.
Okay.
So here is the trick. So what you're going to do now is you're going to line this up with this. Okay, here it's lined up here, just so you can decide what you want to do for your background. So where did I put this? Just to make sure, again, that it's centered and it's correct, right? If you're going to use your bigger sheet of paper. If you've already done it, you don't need to worry about it. But now I can at least kind of get an idea and make sure when I put this together that, here we go, that this is all going to be centered and in spot. Okay. Just because, again, if this was a little bit off, this is not going to line up very nice. So I'm just going to put this down here and I'm just going to throw this through my machine so I have my background set. I'm going to take this. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to put this through the machine. Then what you're going to do next is you are actually going to take exactly like we did the first time, but I didn't want to take it out yet because I wanted to show you guys what to do. So you're going to take all these pieces, and you do not have to be careful with these now. Yeah, I should have done it with a shim on this one too, but I mean, it really doesn't matter if the backing of some of this comes off because now you are not actually going to be using these pieces.
Oh.
They're garbage. And that's why I'm saying you use a little bit more. Yeah. See, I did this without a shim as well. So that was kind of silly. So these pieces, not important. And that's why I said this way is so much easier, but you are going to have to use 2 of your transfer pieces. And that's why I wanted you to show them at the beginning that you have 2 of the same on the one page.
Right.
Okay, because this is way easier. So let me get this out.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to lay that over top of the other one.
I am.
You have to insert the pieces.
Exactly. So now these pieces.
Gosh.
Wow, that was a good one. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, okay. That's
okay.
okay.
It just glues
so,
it. No, it's
again,
fine.
this is a lesson. You know, so make sure you shim it.
Make
especially
sure
if
you
you're
shim your stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to have the exact same effect of what we did with the other one. Except that, where is this piece?
So the moral of the story here is that if you want to be able to make more cards, you have to do a little more work.
Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to take this piece. I'm not going to glue it together because I want to show you something different. And you're going to glue this piece. You're going to, again, put 2 of them on. And then you're literally just going to glue this right in the same spot. So everything, all these pieces line up here. And look, it's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Way easier. And it's finished, but you do not need to, but you do have to use 2 of your transfer sheets.
Right.
But that's so much faster and so much easier to do it that way. Now, the other thing I thought was really cool, and I wanted to do it, I'd have to put all the pieces back in. But then I thought when I was looking, because you don't really use this piece for a whole lot, right? But I thought, oh my goodness, you can make this into a shaped card. Look. How fun would that be? Then you'd have this cute little card, or you can make it into a tag and then put all your pieces back in and you'd have a beautiful card. I thought that was kind of a cool idea.
It's a very cool idea.
Okay, so I'm going to step it up a little bit of a notch, and I've done most of the work already. But what I wanted to do is where is my card? Here it is. I thought somehow I really want to make this into a shaker card, which I did. But I'm going to show you how to do it because you kind of have to think a little bit outside the box, because this shaker pieces are not going to go through there. It's going to be a pain unless you have tiny, tiny, tiny little ones. So what I did is I cut out a bunch of these, and it depends how thick you want it. If you have little pieces, this is really good when you would have like that, what's that stuff, that foam, craft foam stuff.
Yes.
Because then it's already thick enough. But of course, you think I could find mine. So I cut out about 4 of these. Then,
right. So when you're saying how thick you want it, you mean how deep of a well you want?
How deep of a well? It depends how big your pieces, your shaker pieces,
okay,
you want to put in there. If they're going to be big and chunky, you probably got to cut this out like 6 times. It depends how thick and how deep your well is. And that's why I said it would be great with the fun foam stuff.
Yeah. Now the disadvantage with that craft foam is that when you run it through your die cut machine, it stretches it a little bit. And because those are such thin little pieces, you're not going to be using those.
No. See?
Okay.
This is where I had to think a little bit, going, I have to be able to make this into a shaker card. So what I did is I cut all the pieces out, but make sure you don't, you can't leave stuff like that or you're going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, well, it doesn't really matter, but otherwise they're going to get caught. So I actually cut along the inner edge and I cut all these pieces out. I cut around the edge here, but just a little bit on the inside. Then I took this and I cut this side. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making a frame.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut all the pieces out.
Well, that's a nice technique if you just like that shape and you want to make a frame.
Exactly.
Yep. Even if you're not doing any of the stuff we just showed you, you can use that die to make a frame. Yep. And so the die you have is a different shape than the one I have.
Yes, you have the
I have the hand one. Yes.
This one has this. So what you're going to do with that?
So this is the one I have. Sorry, I'm just going to show them.
Yeah,
This
of
is the
course.
hand torn one. So it just doesn't have those notches, but you get
Yeah.
the two pieces the same way. And then it's just a different shape for your
Yes.
Eclipse.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, got it.
So when you're doing the shaker card, this piece is going to come back in handy again, because this is the piece you're going to use to cut out your acetate. Because then it's going to fit perfectly on the outside of it. You don't have to worry about anything falling out. You don't have to worry about cutting any of this stuff out, because this is the perfect size, but you can't use it as a frame. So you have to, so this is your piece that you're going to cut your acetate out. I already did, because I didn't want this to like last forever. So I cut my piece of acetate, and I've already got this started. So I put my acetate already on here. Now you can glue, but I don't know if you realize that you can actually use like this tiny score tape, and to go around the corner, you can use, it doesn't matter if there's bubbles in it, because once you take the score tape off and you put it, it goes completely flat. So this is kind of what you want to do. So I'm going to actually glue this onto the bottom, since I already made the top of it. I'm going to glue one more piece down. Then I know, oh, and of course, because why wouldn't this get clogged now? Pull the boogers out and go to it. Okay, so now you're going to go around the edge here. So now you have your frame, and I've got like, I think 5 layers now, but that's why I like to cut it on the inside, because it's not, if it's not perfect, it really doesn't matter, because you're not going to see it. So this piece that I cut all of this stuff out here, now you're going to put that and glue that on the top of it. But do you see now this whole well section is open? So now all your shaker stuff is going to shake, no problem, because I've made it into a frame. So what I'm going to do is grab my tweezers. I'm using tweezers, I know. Oh, where are my tweezers? Hello, tweezers. So I just use the tiniest little pieces of score tape. I like score tape. Then at least I know it's down and it's not going anywhere. So I already used score tape. I already put my my acetate piece down, and now I'm going to put this on top. And it doesn't really matter, because if it's the wrong way, I'm just going to flip it when I put it on there. Now, the other little trick to this as well, too, if you're worried that it's not going to be.
I was just going to say, the disadvantage to using the score tape is once it goes on, there's no wiggle.
It's on, baby.
Yes. So that's the advantage of liquid glue. But if you do this, at least you can slide it around a little bit.
Exactly. So just put some liquid glue around it. I usually just hope for the best, but
that's not me.
I know. I'm also cannot put my head right on top of it either. No. So now we're going to put this on here.
I just pull it off screen so I can do it.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm a rebel.
I know you are.
And I got it perfect. I could have put glue down all down the side pieces, but really it's not gonna, doesn't really matter. So, except for this one.
Oh yeah, the ripped one.
We got to fix that one. The nice part is it ripped in the perfect spot. That it's actually, you can't even tell when you put it back together. Just ripped right in the perfect spot. Okay. And of course I forgot to get my little pieces. But I'm just going to grab them. Do you want to show something? I have to go grab my pieces, and then I'm going to put it together and show them.
Okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to show, but here, I'll see.
I'm just going to be 2 seconds.
I actually kind of have my card here.
Okay.
So what I did was I cut out.
So pretty.
Well, I don't usually use purple very often, but I cut out a piece of purple for the background, and I just cut it a little bit shorter on 2 sides so that I can see my card base as well. So you have that white border. Then I cut a strip, and I used a border die so you can see that little scallop border there. And that's going to just kind of go over here. And then my panel is going to go on the top. So like nothing fancy with the panel. Like you don't, like the work's already done. Like,
yeah, it's perfect.
It stands out on its own. And then for my sentiments, I'm just going to show you this. I actually, this is foiled. Do you see that? I did not use a foil machine or anything. I used a rub-on.
That's the rub-on?
That's a rub-on. And I'm going to show those to you. Oh my gosh. So for all you people that want to do foil, but you don't want to do foil,
Yeah, exactly.
then I've got something for you. So we'll talk about that in a second. But that is what my general card design is going to end up being. I'm letting the transfer be the focal point. Like, I mean, and you can do your sentiment different. Like, if you don't like it to be on a rectangle like that, you can rub right onto the transfer. You can use any other sentiment set that you might have in your stash. But I thought the rub-ons were so cool. And
Yeah.
these are very florally designs, and they're often what I would call elegant. So I think they work really well with foiled sentiments. But
Yeah.
yep, that is a rub-on. I've never seen foiled rub-ons
No,
before.
that's
But,
so cool.
and I mean, they go on like butter. So
That's
we're going to talk a
awesome.
little bit more about that towards the end of the video here once
Yep.
Christina's
I'm
kind of done her part.
Almost
But
done. Yep.
are you? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm
So
going
I'm
to
just
flip back
gonna.
to you.
Yep. So I'm gonna take off. I just put my little bits of score tape on the bottom here. So let's just take those off here. And again, you can glue if you don't want to. I just didn't want to take the time for it to when we're doing, I figured this just dries fast. Now you want to, because you're doing a shaker, you're best to use your embossing powder so that nothing sticks to it. So I'm just going to put the embossing powder over this whole thing. I'm going to put it on the inside. So again, if you're using glue and you're worried about the glue over the edges once it's dried, once you put this embossing powder like over the side, I don't want to put it on there since I already pulled it off because it'll unsticky my sticky. Okay. Then I'm just going to grab, you can kind of get an idea. I mean, it's a pretty big space. So I just literally like to grab whatever I feel like using, and I just kind of dump them in the middle. Oh,
those are pretty.
They are pretty, but these are ones I can actually glue on the, like they're not, I thought they were more of the,
yeah, those are
using
flat.
those. Yep. Yeah. These are, I'm not using those. Oh, they're over here. I'm like, I know I have sequins and stuff like that. I moved them over here. Rhinestones, rhinestones. Okay, let's grab these. Okay, so we're going to put some of these in here. And again, I'm just going to make sure before I put my other thing down that everything's just kind of dumped in the center. Yep, we're going to use some of these. And I like to try to somewhat match it to, I always make sure I have some sort of like white sparklies, whatever in there.
Yeah, I tend to, for myself, I always tend to gravitate to the neutrals.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so much color in your design already.
There is, but I am going to put some of the tailored thingies, these little ones in here as well too, just because again, that matches. Most of it's going to be like the white neutral type of stuff. But it is kind of nice to add a few because it's such a big space. If it was really small, then you just want to stick because it's a huge shaker part. Oh, that's not the right color. Let's add some yellow.
Let's say, what about yellow?
Yep. Whoa, that was a big pile. And we're going to go with some purple because why not? Okay. Now, make sure everything is kind of flat just in case. It depends. Like, again, these are really tiny. So I did not have to make my well probably as deep as it is, but I ended up adding that extra piece on the end of it as well. So now you want to make sure, and again, glue is probably great. I might just glue this because
oh my God.
I kind of
having a heart attack over here.
I want to now just to kind of freak you out, but I won't. But because I can't actually stick my head underneath there, I will put glue down. So everything is glued and taped. This stuff is going nowhere. Okay. Is this the correct way? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So before I drop it.
So you're kind of hovering.
I am going to have to move it a little bit. Yeah, I'm hovering. I haven't
pull it down so you can see.
Yeah. Otherwise, it might just be a bit of a disaster. And that would really suck. Okay, I think we are pretty much lined up. I hope so, because I am pushing down. That lines up there, lines up there, lines up there. Okay. Whew. down. And now you've made it into a shaker card.
Oh, that's very cool.
Isn't that neat? Yeah, I made
Mhm.
it super thick. I didn't need to do it that thick. But then, yeah, you can see with this one, you can add it again. You can put another black background, whatever you want to do. Because again, I made it a little bit smaller. I like to add a little bit of color, whatever's kind of matching. I used the rainforest on that because it was the same kind of green. And then literally I just put just a sentiment, put some stuff on top there, done.
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
the
cool?
designs, yeah, the designs really you want them to stand out for sure.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to go very, very light with the colors and stuff on the inside, that they match, but they still have a lot of sparkle. So yeah, those are just the different way. And as I said, the second way is way easier to do, for sure, but you are going to have to use 2 of them versus 1. But if you cut all those pieces out, now you can make it into a shaker card.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pull myself back on here. Christina, you do not have to hang around if you don't want to, but I did misspeak about how many transfers you get because I opened up a package just so I could clarify that. So this is a brand new pack. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's actually 10 sheets in here. And there's 2 transfers on each sheet.
That's 20 cards.
Right. So if you do it the hard way, where you have to insert the pieces and you want to use the Eclipse dies, then you would get 20 cards. Yes. If you do it the fast way, where you use 2 transfers, you would get 10 cards.
Yes, correct.
And then, of course, you don't have to use them with the Eclipse dies at all. You can do whatever you want with them. And I'm going to show a couple more samples that Christina made because here you can see on this card. Exactly.
Yes, you can cut them up. They don't have to be left as whole pieces.
Exactly. So if you look at this transfer here from the set we're using, you could slice this down the middle, and then you could use this top half for a piece, and then you could flip it over and you could use this piece. And then they would look nice along a straight edge too, where you just have a bit of the transfer showing. So you don't have to use the whole thing to create a card. And then you're going to get even more mileage out of them.
Exactly.
So that is one design. Yep. And here's another one where you've just got a piece of it along the bottom. You know, you don't have to use a whole transfer. And here's a third one.
Yeah. So that white piece on the background is that other, just that section cut out. It's kind of neat.
Oh yeah. Like
it
is so cool. Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's this piece here, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, like the white, I know I'm on a delay. Sorry, but
I know.
the white piece, and then you can see the corner of the black or whatever. Yeah, that white piece is just that single piece from the Eclipse die, because it's just used as a normal die. Then it's pretty neat.
Right. Yeah, that outer piece.
Yeah.
So there's lots of options for the transfers. So using them with the Eclipse dies gives you a really, really cool effect where you get that broken apart look.
Yeah.
But you can use the transfers without the Eclipse dies. And then you can also use the Eclipse dies with other things other than transfers. So there's so much versatility with just the products that we're using today. But I did want to clarify how many sheets you got in one pack. There are 10 sheets with 2 on each, and that gives you 20 transfers. Now, before we get off the transfer talk, I'm going to pull on a little slideshow here because I want to show you. This is the new transfer that's coming. There's another floral one that's available. I know. So this one, so if you don't love the florals, this is really cool. These are more like scenes.
Wow.
So yeah, there's 6 different ones. So that's the first one. And here's another one. So you're kind of like looking through a window out on a meadow or mountains or whatever. Oh. Like they're just stunning.
Stunning.
And then I love this seaside one. It looks so cool. So that is another really great one.
Wow.
Yeah. And then here you've got poolside, which is quite nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And then you're beachside. So I love that one too.
Rather have the beach. Yep.
Yeah. And then here you've got like a floral garden or whatever, but you've got your lawn, your patio chair and whatnot. So that's cool too. So that is the 6 images that will come in the new pack. And there is also a floral pack as well. I didn't grab the images for those. It has a lot of purples in it, and it's really beautiful. They're very rich colors. So these are coming, and you can do all the same techniques that you just saw us do with this, with these transfers too. So I thought
such
that
a
was
unique idea. Such
Oh,
a
yeah.
unique idea. It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Now, I did want to take a minute and demonstrate the rub-ons for you because I think they are such a great product. And not only do they have sentiments, but they have splatter and stuff too. So let me just grab my sentiment set. Here it is. So here is the sentiment set. And in here, you get 8 sheets, 8 5x7 sheets. And you get gold and silver.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah. And so the top one is kind of like a sympathy or thinking of you kind of theme. And then we've got birthday. And then we've got Christmas, which I thought was cool. And then this one is, you know, friend and I love you and thanks and all that. But I'm going to just tip this a little bit. So see how they're all foiled?
Wow.
Everything is foiled. So now I'm going to show you. Now there are no dies for these. So you have to just rub them right onto whatever you are using, or you have to put them on something. Yep. So I kind of went diving through my stash just quickly. I did not take a lot of time. And I pulled out a couple of things just to give you some ideas. So this is actually a frame set. This is called the Fancy Feature Frames from Tailored.
Oh.
But when you cut out the frames, this piece pops out. Well, that's a great option to put
for sure.
Or you can stamp
normally those go in the garbage.
Right? But you can use that. And you can even like nest it back in there if you want to afterwards. And you can put the outside of the frame on to give it a little bit more decor. So those are cool options. And then this is a mini slim all planned out number 2. So when you take this big die here and you cut it out, it cuts out these rectangles that have stitching on them, which is what I did for this. So you can you can put a sentiment on there. And then this one here is the all planned out to the regular A2 size one. But if you look closely in here, there's 2 dies. So this one gives you a scalloped frame. You can use this piece or not. So if you need more room, you can just use that. So I bet you if you guys go looking through your die sets, you probably have lots of options for things that you can put your sentiments on if you can't put them directly onto your project. Yeah. Now, once this is all dry, which mine is pretty much dry now, I'm sure you can rub on here. But I think the rub-on is going to get lost because this is quite a busy pattern.
Yeah.
I think when you do that, so I decided I was going to put it on something and then just put it over. And yeah, I am covering up some of the floral, but I think still so much of it is showing that I'm not really losing anything there. I just
because you would lose the sentiment if you just tried to put it on top. You would lose it.
But there are areas on your cards often, like I create cards where there's white space. Like, so if I didn't put that butterfly there, you could totally put a rub-on in that open space.
Absolutely.
And it would look amazing.
That's so
like
cool.
Banner dies, things like that are really great for this kind of thing. So I will demo the rub-ons for you just to show you how easy it is to do. So I'm going to just use this one here. It says always thinking of you. So same concept as the transfers that we just did with the water. I recommend cutting out your design. Okay, so you're just I'm cutting out the backing paper and everything. So the whole darn thing is going to be cut out. Now, because you can't see through these like a normal rub-on, I like to cut off the areas that I'm not going to be using. And all that does is help me place the rub-on easier.
Yeah.
And not, because I mean, you're just, it just gives you a better idea of where it's going to, like how it's going to look on your, on your thing. So there it is. And that's going to fit nicely within that piece. Okay. It even has a little spot up here. So like I could add a flower or, you know, whatever. And just like regular rub-ons, you're going to remove that backing piece. Okay. So, and now this is your actual rub-on. So I'm going to use my tweezers because that's what I do. Just so I can get it, you know, sort of centered where I want it. You want to make sure it's straight. You don't want it to go south on you. And it is a bit tacky. So once you get it where you want it, you just push down a little bit and it's going to kind of hold there. And then you pull out your trusty bone folder and you're going to, I usually use this end or a wider end just to kind of go all over the whole thing, just to make sure it's down really well. And these ones are quite nice because you can kind of feel the rub-on, and then you just take that pointy end and, just go over the words. And like any other rub-on, you're going to slowly lift it to make sure that the image has transferred. And once you see that it has, then you can just take the whole thing off. But you want to get underneath here. Oops.
I can't believe it's foil.
Well, like whoever thought of that was just brilliant.
No kidding.
So there we are. So here's what's left. Okay, so that's garbage now. You can't do any. Oops, sorry, I'm off screen. This is garbage. You can't do anything with that. So you just throw that out. But you have this beautifully foiled.
That is
it's as if you ran it through your foil machine, whether it be Glimmer or the Mink or Fuse. Like it doesn't like it. You can't tell the difference. Like it's actually amazing.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, I think it's just a really awesome option. Just to give you that foiled look with and they're rub-ons.
Yeah.
Rub-ons.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of shocking.
Yeah. So, and then in here, you also get the same thing in silver. Yeah. So you get gold and silver in the pack. There's 8 sheets. So 4 silver and 4 gold.
Wow.
You'll have sentiments for quite a while.
No
and
kidding.
Then I'm also ordering, they have packages of black and white. So if you've got black paper and you want to rub on the white rub-ons, that's really cool because it looks like you've embossed it.
Yes.
So, and I mean, it's no work. So you could sit down and you could like rub all of these onto little pieces that you have in your stash with dies. And then you could have like a whole bucket of them already done. And then you're ready to go when you're making your cards. So I love the idea. But again, any white space that you have on your card. So like if I didn't have that butterfly there, you could find one that goes here and you would have it transferred right onto your actual design.
Yeah.
So
now somebody was asking what company are they from? I forget.
Oh, this is all LDRS.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, LDRS. You can see it right at the top here, LDRS. So if you go on our online store, you can go to the brand and you'll see everything there. Yeah. So LDRS, that's where the Aquaink transfers are from. That's where the Eclipse dies are from.
Yep.
That's where these rub-ons are from. Like everything that we use today. And then another really cool option for the rub-ons are these. So these are splatter. So this is black splatter. So you can take this and put it on your design.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
You can splatter. Like you don't have to get out your paintbrush and your ink and make a big mess in your room. You can use these splatter sheets. So they come in black and they come in gold. So you can actually do, is this gold and silver? No, this is just gold.
And you know what the really cool part about that is?
What?
That won't go all over my glasses.
Exactly. Yep. And you don't have to use the whole sheet. You just can take just cut out a little section of it. So if you only want a little bit of splatter here and here and here or whatever, you can place it exactly where you want it. You have full control. So that is really cool. And then they also have this one, which is like what I call like twinkles. So like if you created a beautifully blended sky and then you wanted the odd sparkle in there, like for stars, this is really cool to add that. I love that. So that's a really cool one. So look you get these 2 different designs in here. And then this one is all gold and this is all black. So those are also rub-ons and available as well. And then another thing I just wanted to show, I'm not going to demo it today because I don't want to open up a pack, but like I was looking at my card design. I don't have this stuck down. So I'm just going to kind of piece it back together here. So like this, if I had not put that butterfly there, these sentiments, you stamp them out, but they go vertically down your card. So you could have a sentiment strip going down the side. So then it's not covering up any of your transfer design. So you don't have to put a sentiment across it. It can kind of come down. It might overlap a little bit here.
That is
and they have
brilliant.
Oh, I love these. They look really cool. And it's funny what it does to your eye when you're looking at a card too.
Yeah.
Normally you read across, like when you're reading a book, right?
Yeah.
And so when you see something like this, your brain goes, oh, that's interesting. And then, you know, you're drawn right to it. And they have the everyday ones and the special occasion ones, and they're all like straight down. So even if I had the panel a little bit smaller, if you had a space like on here, this light purple, you could stamp your sentiment kind of down the side here, which would be cool too.
No kidding.
Yeah, like it's just some really cool options. LDRS is a newer company for us in our online store. So we haven't played with a lot of these products, and it's just fun to try different things. Yeah. So if you're looking for something a little bit different to play with, you're going to get tons of mileage out of these products. Like there's just lots. And this is the Eclipse die that you were using, the inverted corner. Yep. And then I have here the hand torn one, and both of them come with that outer edge piece that doesn't use this interior part. So you can use that on its own as a shaped die too. Oh, absolutely. Which is what you did right here with this card. You just use that outer die to give it that shape. That's great. Yeah, which is really cool. And here is the, what is it called? The hand torn one. So that's that piece that's on there. So yeah, you can use the dies with the slats in it or without. And like I said, you can use the full transfer. You can use it with the Eclipse dies, without the Eclipse dies. You can use pieces of the transfers, and they're super easy to apply, which you saw when we demoed that. So that's what we know today. Exactly. That was super fun. It was super fun. And Christina, thank you very much for playing and experimenting with all that stuff. Yeah, and, no worries. Sharing what you know with our friends. And thank you guys for popping in today. I know it's right over the dinner hour, so hopefully hubby's looking after it, or you're going to go and start cooking now. What was the all planned out die you used? Oh, okay. So I used a couple of them. So one is a mini slim one. That's where I got the rectangle. So that's the mini slim all planned out 2. And I don't know if these are in stock. These are sets we've had around for a while. But if there's anything that you're looking for that you can't find, shoot me an email, and I'm happy to make sure that we get it. And the other one was the regular all planned out 2, not the mini slim. And that one has the little scallop and then the piece that goes on top. And this one's a good one. Like it's got sentiment strips. It's got like lots of stuff. These are just great basics for sure. So yeah. And then there's the frames, like, but you know, go diving through your stash. You might pull stuff out and go, hey, I never looked at it before, but now that I'm thinking about it, this would work really good. So yeah. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. That's what I love to do. Well, sometimes thinking inside the box is good too. But when you when you look at your supplies as they're intended to be used, that's great. But then when you see something like this and you're like, oh, I can use this frame die, and this could pop out, and now I can put a sentiment on there. So even if you're not using rub-ons, you can stamp on this part too. Yeah. So it's good. Like when you have something else in mind, you sometimes view your supplies in a different way, which is cool. So you might have stuff already that you don't even know you have that can be used for all this great stuff. So anyways, ladies, we're going to sign off and go have some dinner. Yep. And I'm hungry. Yeah, me too. Me too. So I'm going to go and figure out what we're going to eat, and then we'll see you again soon. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.